Well, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. This video is sponsored by Dex Protection. No, it's not. It's not sponsored by Dex Protection, although it should be, and it could be if Dex Protection was interested. This video, we're going to talk to you about Tales of Aria, how I store my Tales of Aria collection. I just got in some new Dex binders for patrons, and I wanted to do a little bit of a product review, but also talk about how I organize and store my collections of sets. I really believe that in Flesh and Blood, set collecting is a thing. It has been in the past, and I think it will continue to be in the future. I think the game is really set up for a really great opportunity to collect a complete set. It's you've got the cold foils, you've got the whole hero thing, you relate to the hero, it's not just a color like some other games. So I think there's a lot to be said about set collecting, and I wanted to share how I store my collection. Before we get there, we're about to hit 5,000 subscribers, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and join us on Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to open up a first edition box of every single set, so come look in the comment section for that, and we're giving away a box full of Crucible of War first edition to 24 people, so make sure you sign up for that as well. So let's hop in, let's go to the top down camera, and I will show you guys how I store my collection. So we're gonna eventually talk about Dex binders, and this is where I store most of the rainbow foils and things. But first, let's get to how I store the cold foils. And I know some people gave me some slack on the podcast. I think it was George gave me some slack. Ooh, let's make sure that's straight, looking good. Gave me some slack for how I store my cold foils, but this is how I do it. So I have my my safe, and that's where I keep all my cold foils in my safe. You've seen another video on my channel. If I remember, I'll put it right above my face right here. But I keep all my cold foils and kind of sealed product in a safe in my house. And I actually keep them all in card savers. And I do this because it takes up less room. These are actually thinner than if you were to store in a, that's a little tight, isn't it? These are actually thinner than if you were to store them in top loaders. And so I store them in card savers, and then I just kind of organize them by set in the safe. You can see I pulled a lot of New Horizon, and then like not a lot. I got Spellbound Creepers. We are giving away a Spellbound Creeper on Instagram. Go subscribe to my Instagram account too. So you can see it takes up less room to store them if you're storing them in card savers. Like, I haven't hit any Voltaire. All I got is the Bandblade. Voltaire, I think I hit one. I've got that in a deck, and then I've got Wailing Winter's Wail. You don't pull that many of these majestic cold foils, guys. So I even do that for these $15 cold foil commons. I got all my cold foils. If it's a cold foil, it's in a card saver, and it's in my safe. As you can see, I also bought some cold foil commons from the market when they were $10-15 bucks. But that's how I store those. I don't like bindering them. I don't like any opportunity for them to shuffle around or anything like that. I also never pulled this, so I actually traded some of my legendaries and majestic cold foils that you're seeing missing there for my Corsham, because I will not pull one. This is great. I think this might grade pretty good. You can't really tell from the videos, but the corners are pretty good. Anyway, so that's how I store their cold foils. Now let's talk about the kind of important part. That's kind of obvious. Let's talk about how to store the rest of the collection and kind of what are my goals when I'm collecting a set. So my personal goal has shifted. Previously, my goal was to collect one of each card in, every card in rainbow foil. And then only have one of each majestic, but now my goal is to have 3 of each majestic because I really like foils. Oh, this is Monarch. Sorry. I got my binder color mixed up. I'm going to put Tales of Aria things here. So these binders are Dex. This is their new Noir line. And so it's got black. Their older binders have a red felt, but I don't know if you can tell, but this is velvet. This feels really good. I think Dex is the highest pinnacle of I've been using Dex binders for 10 years. And I think other binders that I've had, Ultra Pro, like the Magic the Gathering Ultra Pro ones, they just don't hold up as well. All right, so I'm missing all the Oldhim cards because my Oldhim deck is built. So I've got the rainbow foils in there. But The other binders, they don't hold up as well. I don't know what they use for these on decks, but they don't get all scratchy like the Ultra Pro binders have in the past for me. And then in addition, I just feel like it's built really well. It's, this is not a this is not a plastic. This is like a thick. It's probably cardboard in there, but it's like got some padding there, and it just feels like it's protected. And then the velvet, I don't really know what that's doing healthily, but it feels good. And honestly, I guess one of the things is like if you're sleeving cards, it provides like a really cool play mat to be able to do that, where you feel like your cards, they're not just like gonna slide off or something like that. So it is a cool little thing to do if you don't have a play mat under you. It's a cool way. And then they got this little page. All right. I prefer the 4 pocket binders. I'm actually in the process, that's why you had my Monarch one, of transferring. I couldn't get 12 pocket binders anywhere. I was trying for forever and I couldn't get them anywhere. So I actually called Dex and got direct with Dex so I could get 12 pocket binders for the patrons and stuff. And 12 pocket binders seem to be necessary for Flesh and Blood if you're trying to do a complete set the way that I am. And even a 12 pocket binder, which is 480 pockets or holes or whatever, it's not quite enough to do it the way that I want to. So I had to cheat a little bit. Patrons, just a real quick plug. I do have Dex binders. I did order a bunch of them. They told me that they will be out of them at the end of October, and they don't know when they're going to be able to get more in. So if we sell through this bundle, I'll try to get more. I'll just take the money that I profit and put it right back into getting more binders so that we have them if you need them throughout Christmas and stuff. Anyway, and patrons, you get $5 off. If anybody else wants them, they're on the link below as well. They'll be on my website. But patrons get $5 off per binder. I think free shipping over $100. Anyway, so this is what I do for my collection. I tried to get each rainbow foil, and because of the way that this works with the 4 pockets, I go up and down. So this is red pitch, yellow pitch, blue pitch, and then it goes across. And I organize them by the number. So this wasn't a great example because it was Oldham. But I'm leaving this hero blank because I do want to get a rainbow foil Lexi. I'll probably won't have the cold foil, but maybe if in Unlimited, I'll get a rainbow foil weapon of the token weapon and the majestic weapon. That's the kind of be here. But my cold foil is there. But you could, if you want to binder your cold foils, you could put your cold foil weapon there, or your legendary, or however you'd like to do that. So I left a spot blank for the Unlimited version, even though this is going to be my first edition binder. But and so I go top down, and then what I try to do, originally what I was trying to do was 1 rainbow foil and then 2 regular, but now I was like, okay, no, I'm opening enough boxes. I want to get all the rainbow foils. And then the way I store them, I had to kind of cheat in this binder. I go across whatever. I have another whole tin full of extras. So anything that's over, you could always shove the extras in. These binders do hold up decently well to that. The issue is when you then close them, they get a little thick. So like this is pretty much straight. I don't know if you can tell. Like it doesn't bulge in the middle. It doesn't bulge in the middle. It just kind of it's just there. But if you start doubling up on the cards in the pockets, it just starts getting too thick. I don't love that. So I do have a another like just pocket, or 100 count, not 100 count, but 500 count box that I store them in. They're still organized and they're in sleeves. So that's what my goal is when I'm collecting. I'm going for 1 of each rainbow foil, 3 of each rainbow foil on each color pitch, so that I can have a foiled out deck, because the foil cards deal an extra damage. I'm not sure if you knew that. This is interesting. You're going to see some pockets. I opened in sequential order, and you're going to see some pockets where I didn't get cards, which is super interesting if you're trying to do the data. So there was 1 pocket. So the numbers there from 068. I didn't get any rainbow foils there. And then you'll see here as we go. Hold on, wait for it. There'll be another pocket here where I didn't get any rainbow. Look, no rainbow foils for this. Oh, never mind. Wait, that was those are all Oldham cards. Hold on. Where is it? There's another pocket. Here it is. No rainbow foil. No lightning press rainbow foils that weren't blue. It's just weird how the track printing worked in where I was opening boxes. Super weird. Anyway, so I had to cheat a little bit. There's a couple slots here where what I did is went the pitch color down, and I didn't put all 3 of each color. Where is it? There's a couple spots here where I did that, and so that's how I got them all into the binder. So tomorrow, so like here, Earthlore Surge, right? So you just ran out of room, and there's no way to do this other than buying one of those binders that you add pages to. That's just not my thing. I like the kind of the conciseness of just a binder. So I just kind of pick cards I don't love, like Burgeoning and Earthlore Surge and Break Ground. Like I wasn't a huge fan of the artwork, and like if you want just a way to look at it, that's the way I did it. So yeah, I don't know. I think that the way you do this is important, so you can know where to get your cards. Like for me, this isn't just about the collecting. This is also about playing, and that might not be it for you. But as a player of the game, I'm trying to make these lights not be horrible for this. As a player of the game, I want to be able to look at the card number, go to my binder, and find the cards I need. That's where I also keep them in order for the extras as well. So that's it. I think like it's really important to remember that if you're set collecting, try to keep your keep your the most pristine versions of your cards in your binder, and then take and play the other ones. That's kind of what I do too while I'm sleeving up cards. I just kind of take a look at them, and the ones that are really nice, I put them in a binder. The ones that are not as nice, I put them in where I'm going to be pulling cards straight to play up. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. This is, again, if you're looking for binders, I'm trying to add some value for the Patreon and add some product. It's hard to get cards all the time, but can just finally get binders. I've been a huge fan of decks for a long time. I think they make really good stuff, and that's my goal for collecting in Flesh and Blood. Again, it used to be more interesting because I used to just do like one rainbow foil and then 2 non-foils, but now I'm just kind of going for a full play set of foils. Obviously you could just not go with the foil ones, but just go regular. So hope you guys have a great day. Hope this was helpful to you. Remember, be kind to the people around you, and we'll see you again in another video.